the time.
Are you serious?
So-
There were that many?
No.
Yeah, I've got a count.
There was, I believe there was 17 when I
Oh,
looked. for that.
Wow.
Very good.
So
Was in there.
for our meeting in June, for our regular meeting, which normally starts at 10:30, are we okay? We'll start at 9:30 and have some 15-minute breaks as we did today.
I believe that's in our procedure bylaw,
What is?
our start time.
Oh, we're not allowed to change it?
Well,
Director Ford.
I'm just looking.
By the end of June, I know things are constantly changing, but I'm hopeful that we will meet in person, distanced as we did. Is there any appetite for that from the rest of the board or from the chair?
Sorry, at our next board meeting, you mean, in
Yeah.
June?
Yeah,
Oh, I'd prefer to do that if we can.
me too.
I don't think I could do another 10-hour Zoom day like we did yesterday.
Yeah, I think I got brain damage.
I
And
had that before, Mike.
Yeah.
Can I,
You're lucky my video's not on right now, Race.
Excuse me, Jack wishes to speak.
Yeah, I think that we should give that feedback to Kristen, but I think one of the things that our staff are talking about is safe work procedures and making sure that her team is comfortable reopening to public meetings. And if they are, great. And if they're not, it'd be good to know why not. So I think that that's great direction. I'm just not sure we should make that decision before she's had a chance to talk to her senior people.
And we need to assess that room as well to see whether we can get 10 people in there adequately distanced. So
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be part of the COVID safety plan that the staff are
yeah.
working on right now?
yeah,
Yeah.
We'll
Jenna.
be looking at that, yeah.
Jenna?
And Kristen, is it your intention to have public meetings like one of the very first things that you do?
As soon as we can, like we would like to be able to open the boardroom to the public. And whether that's just, whether that's everybody on Zoom, but people can come in, we're looking at that. So yeah, we want to get back some kind of hybrid at least going forward.
For our June meeting.
And again, I haven't started the safety plan process. That's next. So, and then also the consideration of whether that safety plan is something that's approved by the board before we start implementing is something that I have to work through. And on the question of the meeting time, the procedure bylaw does have 10:30 as the start time for regular meetings.
I think if to Councillor Ford's point, there is even a possibility that we can be having an in-person meeting in June. We shouldn't change the time, especially if it's in the.
So I'm sorry, we
Should not.
should not change time. Yeah. No, I didn't realize it was hard and fast like that. I can't see how we could get 10 directors plus staff in that boardroom safely distanced.
And I don't anticipate it would be everybody. I mean, assuming that the state of emergency is still in place, then we're still able to meet electronically. And we've even passed the amendment now, so we don't have to have everybody there, but we could have, a few people there and an open boardroom to the public.
Really? So you envisage having some directors, a few directors around the table, and then the other directors online on Zoom?
That would be the kind of the hybrid, yes. Like this being one end of the spectrum, all of us on Zoom. And then, you know, the other end of the spectrum being all of us physically present, which I'm not sure we're going to be able to do with social distancing. The hybrid is kind of some people present, some people on Zoom.
Wow. Director Rice.
Yeah, we're kind of in the same place in Squamish. Staff have sort of measured out our council chambers. And if every councillor showed up, we'd have to space them out a little bit, which pretty well, and then you allow for some staff space, which pretty well eliminates any space for the public to be physically present. But you do get councillors kind of meeting face to face, which I think all of us are sort of hoping for as soon as possible. But if some of them, and we might have to get kind of a poll ahead of time, if some of them didn't show up, then some of the councillors, then it does open up the space, at least in Squamish, it changes the configuration quite significantly. So you might end up with the first couple of meetings being a hybrid because staff safety, and to that extent, board members' safety is the primary consideration here. And next is sort of somehow getting the public involved in these things.
The thing that concerns me is
we don't have a solution yet, but the hybrid might be the best we can do for the first couple of meetings until we somehow resolve some of these other issues.
so if we were going to do that, then would we be able, let's say 4 people who were going to be attending via Zoom, just to pick a number. Graham, would we be able to put those 4 people up on the big TV screen and arrange the rest of us so that we could see that and they could see us?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident we could work that out and get that.
Is there a camera on that TV? Would they be able to see it?
No, there's no camera. We'd have to install a camera, but I have an idea of how I can make that work.
Chair Tony,
Yeah.
I would like to leave this in the very capable hands of our staff. The message is that we would like to get as many bodies in the room as we can sooner than later. I think they got the message.
Yeah,
You could sort it out with them after, but I'd like to go now.
yeah. I just didn't want to.
Motion to adjourn or whatever, motion to get open.
We're open.
We're open.
Perfect. Motion to terminate.
Yeah, the cyborg wants us to terminate. Okay, so.
Cyborg?
Well, that eye of yours today, it looked like a radio camera in there, something. When you were in that sort of thing behind you, all those West Ham stuff. And,
Oh.
oh. Yeah. Okay, we're all in favor of adjourning. Opposed? We're going. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thanks, everybody.